So you first just with Yoshinobu, to see how the pitch count got up and I guess how he's able to settle back in, what was just kind of the missing factor for you tonight?
I think tonight for Yoshi, uncharacteristic, just command. I think that he was just missing with his fastball. The breaking ball he was just missing with. He was running deep counts. Pitch count got up, certainly in that first inning. Gave him a couple 2-out base hits for some runs, which is also uncharacteristic. But I think tonight overall, he just typically has great command, and tonight he just wasn't as pinpoint.
On the flip side, we know that Paul Skenes has been excellent, but just to see how he kept your offense off balance, it's outside of getting caught as, what do you think was just allowed him to excel or
Yeah, I think that he's one of the best in the game, and when he needed a strikeout, he did it in that one inning, and he finds a way to limit damage, kept us off balance with his off-speed stuff, the sweeper, the splinter, obviously the fastball, it's 97, 98, crowded our left-handers when he needed to get us off the velocity, and just tonight we just really couldn't muster much.
How much of that was him just being dominant, and which of that was like some of the stuff that you talked about, the at-bats not being consistent enough for you?
There's a little bit of both. Not to take any credit away from Skenes because he still was very good, but I think that it's hard to hit certainly guys that good when you're chasing the hitting zone versus kind of locking in on your own area. And I thought tonight, as well as days preceding, we just are not as disciplined as we need to be in certain areas of the hitting zone. So I think, but yeah, he was still good.
You guys are in 8-10 since that 8-0 start. How difficult has it been for you guys to kind of find your footing?
Yeah, it's been difficult. It's just certain nights we just can't put a complete ball game together. Starting, pitching, the hitting, timely hitting, all that stuff just hasn't been synced up, and we're not too far away. We're going to hit, and some guys are scuffling right now, but they'll find their way.
You guys have kind of trademarked your offense has been like the discipline at the plate and grinding out pitchers. Are you surprised that this kind of lack of discipline a little bit has lasted as long into the season as it has? And at what point does it become something you maybe have to be more active in addressing or something like that?
There's something to that. I think that I hate to talk about mechanics, but I do think that some guys are not kind of in a good spot mechanically where they're just not seeing the baseball like they normally do, which I think leads to some chase, maybe a little trying too hard, but I don't think it's time yet for that. I think that we've got Rookie going tomorrow, and like I said, we face one of the game's best tonight, and expect tomorrow to turn the page and be ready to create some stress and score some runs.
When Frankie got on third, no one out, I think it was in the fourth, did that feel like about as good as an opportunity as he might get, the way Skenes was?
It was, and it was a one-run ball game at that point in time, and he made a great pitch to Teo, then he ended up to ground him out, infield drawn in, gets Tommy to punch out, and then Wilson that flies out. So when he needed to ratchet it up, he did that, yeah.
Not necessarily just with results, but have you seen anything different with Todd these last few games?
I like his swing. Certainly the results have been good the last handful of games, 7 games, something like that. And the swing's gotten a lot shorter. I think that he's just really competing. I think the confidence is certainly growing, and it's good to see. It's just he's starting to get a lot more confident and be more who he is. And I think that earlier on the season, he was really mechanical, indecisive on swing decisions, but I think there's a lot more confidence, conviction in his at-bats now.